Hey everybody, and welcome to Joe's Barbecue House. Today we're going to do smoked stuffed meatballs. Let's start out with the ingredients that we're going to use today. First, let's start off with some ground beef. That's about 6 pounds of ground beef right there. And we're going to use some kosher salt, some of this habanero cheddar cheese, a couple of eggs. We're going to use some Italian breadcrumbs, some chopped garlic, and Lori's seasoned salt, and coarse ground black pepper, and some dried basil leaves and oregano leaves. And let's not forget our cooking grate. All right, what I like to do here is get this block of cheese cut up. And what I'm gonna do is use whatever I need for the amount of meatballs that I'm gonna make, and then the rest is gonna go into a baggie for crackers and stuff like that, snacks and things. So let's go ahead and get this chopped up into some cubes. Okay, now that we got our cheese cubed up, let's go ahead and get our meat prepped. Okay, next what we're gonna do is add our ground beef into the mixing bowl. And you don't have to use 6 pounds of ground beef. You can use 3 pounds. It's all entirely up to you. And now let's go ahead and add some breadcrumbs. About a half a cup of breadcrumbs. We will use about a tablespoon of oregano leaves. About the same with the basil leaves. We'll get some coarse ground black pepper in there. About a tablespoon. And of Lori's seasoning salt, we'll put about a tablespoon. There's no real science here. Next, we will add some chopped garlic. Of course, I get pretty much all my cooking stuff from Costco's, as you guys can see, the Kirkland brand here. All right, I'm gonna say about a tablespoon of chopped garlic. You can never have enough garlic in this house. And let's add our egg. 2 eggs, that is. Now let's go ahead and get all this mixed in. Just get in there, use your hands, just turn it. Smells good. Okay, we're looking pretty good right about here. Okay, let's go ahead and get our hands in here and let's make some meatballs. All you want to do is roll them up, just like so. You're gonna grab one of your pieces of cheese and you're just gonna shove it in there. And by the way, I tasted this cheese and yeah, it's pretty warm. So you can use any cheese you like. This is the cheese that I'm going to use. Okay, just gonna set a meatball there. You can keep on going. Just roll it up. I'm sure you guys remember this from my pork belly burn ends. I decided to keep it as a 2-tier rack instead of a 3-tier. It's just gonna make it a lot easier. I have these more secure at the bottom, tightened up really good, so I shouldn't have any more problems. I'll just be careful not to get any sugars or anything rubbed up against these threads, because I believe that's what messed it up, where I had trouble in that video there. This one's gonna go on my Weber Summit charcoal grilling station because I have some extra meat here, so I'm gonna put them on here and we shall return. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these rolled out. Yes, there's a piece of cheese. And what I like about the 2-tier rack is that I can reach my hands under here and place food in and out of it. Okay. The wife reminded me that that cheese will probably be too hot for the kids. This cheese we cut up that block. So as an alternative for the kids on the top rack, I'm going to go ahead and use this Colby Jack cheese. You can get them in these single things here and just open them up, take your fingers and just break them apart. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these meatballs and put them in the refrigerator, and we're going to go fire the grill. Let's go ahead and get this Weber Summit grilling station fired up, and we'll get this 22-inch Weber kettle started. So let me remove the grate real quick. I'm going to place our drip pan in here. Keep your vents wide open, and you're gonna love using a drip pan because it keeps the grill nice and clean in there. Out of all the cooks I've been in here, just light brushing with the brush and it just cleans it right up. So this is a 13 by 9 by 2 baking pan, just heavy duty aluminum foil over it. And let's go ahead and get our charcoal in the basket. All right, this time around, you guys normally see me use one of these lighter cubes. Well, we're gonna use 2 of them so we can speed up the pace here, so these things will light up faster. Let me grab my lighter. All right. Place our grate over the top. All right, let's go ahead and put our lid on. The coals are looking really good. Maybe 10 minutes, and these things are ready to go. So what we're gonna do is put our vent, our top vent, wide open and opposite of the coals. We want to maintain temperatures around 350 degrees, and you also want your bottom vent wide open. We will control the temperatures later on when we put the meat on with the top vent only. It's only been a few minutes and our temperatures are already reaching 350 degrees. So what we're going to do is close this top vent about halfway. We'll let it sit there for a few minutes and I'll check back with you guys. All right, it's been about maybe 4 or 5 minutes now and we are stable at 350 degrees. Take note that I did turn the bottom vent down halfway and have been maintaining its temps, no problem. Let's go ahead and get these meatballs on, these stuffed meatballs. Get them as far away as the rack will let you go. Unless you want to put them straight on the grates, you could do that as well. Go ahead and get the lid back on and we'll check back in about 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and get the sauce prepared. What I have, it's just under half of the Sweet Baby Ray's, and I'm going to use this to mix the ingredients in. And I have about, just under half of the open pit. So all I'm going to do is open this. We're going to pour the content of the open pit into the Sweet Baby Ray's. I'd say about 2 cups was in the Sweet Baby Ray's and about 2 cups for the open pit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some honey and I'm just going to squirt it in here. I'd say about 3 tablespoons. Go ahead and add about a tablespoon, of course, ground black pepper. And some garlic powder. I'd say about a good tablespoon. Let's put our lid on and let's get this mixed up. Okay. Let's go ahead and pour this into our mixing bowl. I'll put the lid on and tip this upside down and maybe use it for later. Just want medium heat. Just want to warm it over, because when the meatballs get about 5 degrees under where they're supposed to be, I'm going to pick them up, I'm going to dunk them in the sauce, and I'm going to put them back on the grate. So it's been about 20 minutes and we're just a hair over 350 degrees. Our internal temps are around 125 degrees. We want to shoot, our target temp is going to be about 150 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and dip them in the sauce. But meantime, for some even cooking, let's go ahead and get this spun around. And we'll come back and we'll check our temp in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, boom.
Okay, about 45 minutes has gone by. We've been averaging temps around 350, 360 degrees to this whole deal. I'm not sure if you guys can see the coals there, but we barely went through any of them coals, which is good. So let's go ahead and just get a positive temp here. So we're at about 156 there. Probably hit the cheese. Let's get into the meat here.
So we're sitting at about, yeah, 145-ish. Let's come over here. About 145-ish. These are good enough. We're gonna go ahead and dunk these in our sauce. And how we're gonna do that, you're gonna take some tongs. Then you're gonna take your hot sauce you had warming over. And all you wanna do is grab your meatball, dip it in there, shake it off a little bit, set it back down on your grate. Okay, we're gonna come back in about 10 minutes and I would like to see these. Oh, gotta dunk that one more time. Gonna check these in about 10 minutes and we want our final internal temps of these meatballs to be about 160 degrees. Okay, so it's been about a total of an hour and the sauce here is nice and tacky. And I know these babies are ready. So we're gonna go ahead and transfer these into our foil pan. You can put them wherever you like, in a plate or pot, whatever you like. I'm just gonna place them in this foil pan. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other ones in here and we're gonna bring these into the house and tear into them. Okay, now here we go. These things look really good. So let's go ahead and tear into one of these. Let me just grab this one right here. Set it here. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Let's go ahead and get a bite. Oh yeah, you get the spice from the cheese. Oh wow, yeah. Nice, moist, very moist, as you guys, not sure if you can see that too well, but it is moist. I'll grab another one here. Right here. So there you go. These are perfectly cooked. Took about an hour and 5 minutes, give or take, hour and 5. Roughly around 350 to 360 degrees. Internal temps, put them in the sauce at around 145, 150-ish internal temps, and then put them back on for about another 10, 15 minutes. And voila, there you go. Some smoked, stuffed meatballs. Thank you.